Hello, everyone. This is Antronium here. Right now, we're looking at the Oaken Tower Discord, and there is a section for suggestions here. For instance, I had some quality of life suggestions, like make the shop and events open faster when you click their icons, add a hotkey to sort your inventory, display how much HP you will get for leveling up, and the pretty big one, when you triple an item on your board, leave it tripled in place instead of moving to inventory. And just recently, Bokeri announced a new patch focusing on quality of life improvements. So let's go take a look at that now. So quality of life improvements. Good bunch of QOL. And this is an awesome patch. So let me just start with that. This is probably my favorite patch of Oaken Tower. I mean, except for the one that added the 2-star items. That was an awesome patch as well. But this one, quality of life focus, I love that. That's great. Makes the game so much better to play. The game has come a long, long way in terms of quality of life. So many good changes. My favorite of all so far has been the change that allows you to sell chests and sell items with the S plus right mouse button. But anyway, looking at this patch, there are some balance changes. I'm not going to get too much into the balance changes. I want to look more at the quality of life stuff. So here's some stuff. Look at this. Items that generate other items now have a cap to avoid crashes. That's great. It would suck if you crashed your game because you got too good and you generated too many items. So I'm glad that was fixed. They generate items that generate other items now generate twice as fast during shop phase. That's great. So the faster it goes generating items, the better. Crown Forge Brew item added to item codex. That's nice. This is a big one. You can now toggle 1 and 2-star and 3-star items in the codex. And in fact, let's just take a look at that right now. So here I am in the game. We're going to look at the items. What you can do now is you can look at the 2 stars. For instance, let's look at a good one here. Let's look at the Lost Fragment, since everyone likes Lost Fragment. The 2-star item, give item above +1 bonus multicast. So no cooldown change, giving items multicast. The 3-star Lost Fragment permanently gives item above +1 multicast. So that is pretty awesome, right? Now back to the patch notes. Chronomancer's Shop and Carmen's Lucky Rolls now has an ink potion that sets an item's cooldown to 100 seconds. So this doesn't matter to the vast majority of players, but for people who like to experiment with world record runs, sometimes you just need the item to have a really long cooldown so you can stack buffs on it. Otherwise, if you have too much damage or too many debuffs on an item, it will just hit the opponent during your scaling phase and kill them immediately. So this is a really good potion to have. I've already seen William playing around with this. It was pretty good to watch. I'll be using this myself too at some point. You know, if I ever go for max damage runs in the future, this will be great for that. Now, on to the main star of the show, the quality of life. Shift plus T hotkey for quick level. That's nice. Now you can use your keyboard. You can also use the right mouse button for quick level, which is what people will mostly do, what I'll mostly do anyway, but it's good to have a keyboard key for that as well. Added a control hotkey to short sort your inventory. Yeah, that's great. I spend so much time going over, let me just show you what I mean. So the sort button is tiny. It's down here in the corner. Let me buy some items and we can sort them. So we buy some stuff, and when your inventory is full of stuff, often you'll want to sort it so that you can find stuff easier. So in the past, you would have to click sort and it would move stuff around. You have to go all the way down to the tiny button and find it and click it. Which is, again, it's not a huge deal, but now you can just press control, like, see my cursor is up here, and you can just sort from anywhere. So I like that. That's great. It'll take a little while to get used to it. Actually, I kind of wish I could define this for myself. Like I'd probably press the S key or something for sort. I'd probably prefer that. Press S. But just having a hotkey is a big deal. And now back to the notes. The shop and encounters now open faster when you click them. Yeah, I like that. It just kind of took too long to click on something. Let's kind of go into a fight and concede real quick. Actually, I feel like this screen takes a bit too long too, but yeah, this is still, yeah, much faster. So I like that. Anything that helps helps the game move more smoothly is welcome in my book. Then next, when you upgrade an item 1, 2, or 3 star, it will remain in the tower. So that's awesome. In the past, let me try to find something to upgrade real quick. Let me just roll a bit. Yeah, great. So now we're going to see, in the past, when I would buy this Novice Blade, the tripled upgraded item would appear in my inventory. And if I want to use it, I'd have to drag it back from my inventory to where it used to be. So that was kind of a bother and a pain. But now when I do this, it should just stay where it is. Perfect. See how good that is? And yeah, I would really like that change as well. Then next up, upgrading an item to a new star has a sound cue and an animation. Yeah, so you just saw that. We had that sound cue. The game now remembers to always show Carmen in casual between sessions. That's great. I can't tell you the amount of times I forgot to check Force Carmen and ruined a really promising run for max damage. That applies to anyone who has ever tried to do this. At some point or another, you will have forgotten to Force Carmen in casual. So now you can no longer do that. You can just leave this checked forever. That is a good change. Very good change for casual. And for anyone doing like high damage world record runs or whatever. And now I love this one too. Items that generate stuff during combat will show how much they generate during combat. Let's take a look at that too. So that will go into casual again. And I'll just pick up, I'll roll till I find a brass knife or something. There it is. So we got our brass knife. And let's go. It should show the amount of gold it generates now. There we go, there's 5. And 9. 12. 14. And 15 total gold has been generated here. Another very, very good change. So when you're generating like tons of gold each fight, you can see how much you're getting. If you're generating tons of items per fight, you can see how much you're getting. That's really great. Now back to the some fixes. Let's see if there's anything here that we want to really talk about. Oh yeah, I pointed out, this is another one that I pointed out. Typo on the Blazing Bull 2-star text. I'll show you what that was real quick. In bug reports. Yeah. So the wording on the Blazing Bull, it just had a small grammar mistake before, and that's been fixed, which is another nice little change. Now back to the patch notes. Yeah, nothing too much more that I want to talk about. Just, I really appreciate how much the developer cares about the game and, taking community feedback to improve the game. The amount of improvements in quality of life this game has experienced is massive, truly massive. Like, you couldn't use hotkeys before. You couldn't sell chests. You had to open them one by one, and if you had 100 of them, it would take you forever. What other good changes have there been? You can just leave a comment for any of the changes that you really have appreciated over time that this game has experienced, because there have been a lot of them. The game is getting better all the time. I liked it, even when we didn't have these quality of life improvements. For me, this is a really big deal. The game just gets better and better and more and more fun to play. And if you take a look at the community hub, if you take a look at now the reviews for this game, you go to the store page for Oaken Tower demo. It's still just a demo, by the way. Let's look at the reviews now. Overall is mostly positive, but recent review is 91% positive. That is really good. That means people are, in my opinion, that means people are really liking the changes that they're seeing, and they're enjoying the game more than they used to. So I'm sure that's thrilling for Bokery, and it's great for those of us who are enjoying the game a lot. It's nice to see other people enjoying it too. Anyway, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. Just quality of life in the new patch. It's appreciated, very appreciated. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.